Welcome to XSS Attack Simulation, a critical security guide for Blazor WebAssembly developers. We'll cover 3 types of XSS attacks and their prevention in exactly 5 minutes. Let's secure your applications. Cross-site scripting vulnerabilities can destroy your application's security overnight. Today we're diving deep into XSS attacks specifically for Blazor WebAssembly applications. We'll cover 3 main types of XSS attacks, show you exactly how they work in web applications, explore Blazor WebAssembly specific considerations, and provide comprehensive mitigation strategies. Cross-site scripting allows attackers to inject malicious scripts into web pages viewed by other users. Here's the attack flow. An attacker injects malicious script, your web application stores or reflects that script, and victims execute the malicious code. The 3 main types are stored XSS, persistent attacks stored in your database, reflected XSS, non-persistent attacks reflected in responses, and DOM-based XSS, client-side manipulation attacks. Stored XSS occurs when malicious scripts are permanently stored on your target server. Look at this vulnerable Blazor component. It uses MarkupString to render comment content directly as HTML. An attacker could submit a script tag or malicious image with own error handlers. Every user viewing this page would execute the malicious script, potentially stealing cookies or redirecting to malicious sites. Here's the secure implementation. Remove MarkupString and let Blazor automatically HTML encode content. You can also use explicit encoding with http-utility.html encode if needed. Blazor WebAssembly provides automatic HTML encoding by default, strong typing that reduces injection risks, and built-in validation frameworks. Avoid MarkupString, use it bind for safe data binding, and implement input validation on both client and server. Reflected XSS occurs through URL parameters or form inputs. This vulnerable Blazor component uses MarkupString to display search terms from URL parameters. Attackers craft malicious URLs with script tags in the search parameter, then trick users into clicking these links through phishing emails or social media posts. Secure parameter handling uses data annotations for validation, regular expressions to whitelist allowed characters, and additional server-side validation checks. Key protection strategies include input validation with whitelisted characters, automatic output encoding through Blazor, and parameter validation using data annotations. Always validate on both client and server sides. DOM-based XSS occurs when JavaScript modifies the DOM environment unsafely on the client side. This vulnerable JavaScript function uses inner HTML for direct DOM manipulation. Attackers can input malicious HTML with script execution, image tags with own error handlers, or even base 64 encoded payloads that bypass basic filtering attempts. Safe JavaScript functions use text content instead of inner HTML, which automatically escapes HTML. You can also create safe DOM elements using Create Text node. Blazor WebAssembly best practices. Minimize JavaScript interop when possible. Use Blazor's built-in data binding instead of DOM manipulation. Sanitize data before passing to JavaScript and implement content security policy headers. Multi-layer security approach includes input validation with server-side validation and data annotations, plus output encoding with automatic HTML encoding and context-aware encoding. Content security policy configuration restricts script sources and prevents unauthorized code execution. Additional measures include HTTPS for all communications, proper authentication and authorization, and regular dependency updates. Remember the golden rules: never trust user input, always validate and sanitize. Let Blazor handle encoding, avoid MarkupString unless necessary. Implement CSP headers to restrict script execution sources. Use HTTPS everywhere and conduct regular security audits. Blazor WebAssembly advantages include automatic HTML encoding by default, strong typing that reduces injection risks, and built-in security features in the framework. Let's recap the 3 main XSS attack types in under 90 seconds. First, reflected XSS. An attacker crafts a malicious URL with embedded JavaScript. The victim clicks the link, sending the payload to the server. The server immediately reflects that input in its response. The browser renders the unsanitized content, and the malicious script executes in the victim's session. Next, stored XSS. Instead of a single hit, the attacker injects the payload into a form or comment. The server saves it in the database. When any user loads that page, the malicious script runs automatically. This persistence means every visitor is a potential victim. Finally, DOM-based XSS. The attacker sends a link containing a payload in the URL fragment. The victim opens it, and the browser's JavaScript reads and injects that fragment directly into the DOM. The server never sees the attack. It's entirely client-side. 3 attack types, 1 common threat, untrusted input, sanitize and validate every time. Build secure, build smart, build with Blazor. If this helps secure your applications, smash that like button and subscribe for more security content.